Good morning, everybody. This is PillarTrading.com doing a market update for Friday, April 9th. Taking a look at the news, it's going to affect U.S. markets. We have only one news item today. It is wholesale inventories at the 10 a.m. time frame, 30 minutes after the bell. Shouldn't have a big impact, but just be aware that that is out there. There is no news before the bell to affect the gap fill trades, so we're going to be trading pure price action there. Let's head over to the charts. We'll start with the ES. A huge happening yesterday on the ES. We told you to look out for it. It played out perfectly. What happened was we've been in a series of measured moves on the daily chart, drawing from 1136.50s was the first move to swing highs at 1176, 1177 evens. That gave us a negative 23% target here that hit. We said it yesterday in the video. The next measured move was going to be drawn from those 1156.50s to highs at 1188s, the swing highs. That gave us a halfway back on the daily with an entry level at 1172.25s. Now that traded, it went in a point and then rocketed up in the afternoon. Okay, we went up straight up in extensions, which we're going to take a look at in a sec. That has a target at 1195.75s. The larger target is up here at these 1200s, and this 1200 target has been in place since July. Or should I say it's from July anchors. It's been in place for the last 2 months since February. Drawing from July anchors, you'll recall we've been inside this halfway back now for over 2 months, and it has skyrocketed since. You can see it approaching that target. Let me get rid of this. It is just now approaching that 1200 area. That is the target on the long-term level for the ES. So there's going to be some serious price action up here at 1200. Be aware, it's a psychological level, 1200, all the even numbers. So be aware that the long-term target is coming into play up at these 1200s. The medium target up at that 1195. If we take a look at a 15-minute chart, we can see exactly what we are talking about. We draw from those 1156.50s to highs at 1188. That gave us the entry at 1172.25s. We get a closer look. It bounced off of there pre-market once, twice, 3 times, 4 times before the bell opened. Right when the bell sounded, dropped down to 1171, and from there was no looking back. We just went straight up in extensions. And if we take a look at a 512 tick chart, you can see that the only opportunity to get in was right after the bell. We had a measured move break down by 1 tick. It's just here. Okay, this measured move breaks down. The next thing you do, draw that measured move, and you had to front run it by a tick. It got you into the trade, got you into the trend, and that sent us back up there to retest highs at the end of the day. Didn't quite get back up to those 1188s, stopped at 1185, but even the halfway back short, it just went right through. There was a little bit of resistance, but it broke right through and has yet to retrace from that break. Now, what are we expecting for today's price action on the ES? What are we looking for the gap fill? In terms of gap fill trades, if we go back to the 15-minute chart, we can see, again, like I mentioned, since this halfway back broke out, this short, we have yet to see a retracement. So what we're anticipating is a retracement from these lows at 1171s to wherever this market turns around. We are expecting it to retrace at least to an extension. The extension is drawn from 1176s. The full 50% is drawn from 1171s. Right now, in the after-hour session, we are testing our highs at 1188s. Now, this is all scenario what-ifs, but we come up here, we double top at 1188s in the after-hour session and sell off. There's going to be a lot of people selling this 1188 level, okay, anticipating a sell-off. Anytime you have this halfway back short break up here at highs, there's only 2 possibilities. Either we're going higher or a double top, okay, and there's going to be a lot of people selling that. Now, what we are anticipating is that double top selling off, having this gap fill down here at 1182.75, and seeing further weakness into the next 50% long setup. that 50% long setup, if we keep the double top, coincides with the daily pivot, which is at 1179.50s. Okay, so an ambush long on the 15-minute chart, halfway back at the daily pivot. The probabilities stack up in that case. It has a target at 1192. So you're talking about a 12.5 point move on the ES. So per contract, $600 with an initial risk of 150, and if you reduce risk down to 25 on the trade. So for $25 you can get in on a $600 trade. So look out for that. Okay, that is what we are anticipating. There is no gap fill trade until a 15-minute measured move breaks down. And what I'm talking about on the 15-minute measured move, our gap fills down here, 1182.75. We've had this series of measured moves to the upside work out. Oops. And what we are anticipating now that this target has been hit, is drawing from 1182.50s to wherever this market turns around. Okay, let's just say it's here at 1187.25. It may not be. It may continue to go up. Wherever it turns around, it has to break this 61.8% line. Okay, price has to come through that line in order to get into a gap fill trade targeting 1182.75s. If you're trading multiple contracts and you get into a gap fill trade, you can hold on to a little bit of it, anticipating further weakness into that full halfway back down at 1179.25s. Okay, so the gap will fill at 1182.75s, and you can take all of it off then, or you can anticipate further weakness down in these 1179.25s and then reverse long with the target at 1191s. Okay, 1192s. So that is the play on the ES. Couple big moves setting up. Looks like it's going to be a good Friday. Hopefully we get some participation in the market. Now, head over to CL. Also, big things happening on CL. What we are looking at here is the daily chart of the continuous contract, and you'll recall that we had a 50% long hit its negative 23% target not earlier in the week, just not too many days ago, and now what we're anticipating is a full halfway back ambush long hitting a target of 89. 89 is the midterm target on CL. Now if you traded yesterday CL on the 15-minute level, let's go, you can see this is the 15-minute chart of CL. We should go back to the daily actually. On the daily chart you can see it even. So it's a daily extension is what we hit and bounced right off of. So we had this measured move. Inside of this measured move, drawing from the highs of that first day in the rally, okay, drawing from the highs to highs, which is an extension. It traded basically to the tick, a couple of ticks off, but to the tick, okay, and now that has an intermediate target of 88.43s. So that is the extension that is trading now. If the extension fails, that's going to bring us back into a full 50% retracement. But right now the extension is holding. We saw a huge bounce on the 15-minute chart. If we go down, we can see exactly how it happened. This is the trade here. Came down and neared those 84.28 levels. It has since skyrocketed up, and it actually broke out of a halfway back on the short side. So taking the full halfway back from 87.09s to lows here, it broke out of its halfway back. Okay, so that's strength in the market. The shorts weren't able to keep it down. Did get a bounce once, twice, even 3 times, and is now since broken out. So again, the CL intermediate target 88.42s. Okay, 88.42s is the extension target. Now, should at any time this break down, we are anticipating a full retracement on CL should it break. Okay, and that full retracement is going to come from 79.50s up to highs at 87.09, which is going to be right below the 61.8% line here at 83.31s. So that is the play. Bullish on both the CL and the ES. Looks like it's going to be an exciting Friday, guys. Hopefully everyone had a good trading day yesterday. If you do appreciate this video and the content, please don't hesitate to use the button below to share it with all your trading friends. And hopefully I will see you all on the trading floor.